Brian, you get choice next. Wait, we already know what you're doing. We got some more Derek Carr. See? Love us some Derek Carr.
This is
second week in a row. I love it.
This is more. I needed to talk about my man Henry Ruggs, and maybe finally coming into his own, having his breakout season. Last year he caught a lot of heat from Raiders fans. I do remember Raiders fans for whatever
they were very
reason,
upset with him.
they were like, man, we picked it and we did it again. There's other receivers we could have had, and we picked the wrong guy. We could have had Jerry Jeudy, or we could have had Justin Jefferson, or we could have had
Denzel Mims is another one, even though he's been very quiet.
Oh, he doesn't even get to dress right now.
No?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
What?
Yeah, he was inactive for the Jets.
Healthy scratch?
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't much matter. I mean, Zach Wilson
Jets, right.
Zach Wilson doesn't have time to throw the ball anyway.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
And his offensive line is up telling him he needs to get rid of the ball. And it's like, well, how about trying to give me at least 2.5 to 3 seconds, guys?
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're not talking about Zach Wilson. We're talking about the 3-0 Las Vegas
There you go.
Raiders and how me and Matt called it. We're believers all along.
Yeah, if you listen back to our July and August episodes, we definitely picked the Raiders to go
Gruden, if you remember on draft day when they took the tackle that no one had in the first round, I was like, they outsmarted everyone again. Here goes that super smart clinic known as the Las Vegas Raiders and everything they stand for.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally planned it. It's gone the exact way that we've expected.
Yeah.
Good for the Raiders, though.
It is good
and
for
Raider
the Raiders.
Nation.
I've never had a problem with the Raiders. Mostly because my Bills normally beat them.
Normally. No, I don't have any problem with the Raiders. I think I have one of my family members is an annoying Raiders fan, but that's about it.
Are they annoying and a Raiders fan, or are they?
No, they're both. Yeah, they're both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but I've always, like I said, I've always been a big Derek Carr fan, and I just want to see him succeed. But if I'm a Raiders fan, I'm like, Gruden. Yeah.
He's first team all making funny faces team. Gruden makes some goofy faces when he is out there on the sidelines.
Did you hear him swear last week against the refs at the Patriots? Did you see against Steelers?
Yeah,
he swore pretty good. Yeah, it was a lot.
He's an angry guy.
He is.
Yeah.
Does he touch tips this week?
No, I don't think that we get that out of this play. I mean, they may have done it, but just not on this play. So I hope everyone watched this game in the 4:00 hour because it was crazy fun. I wanted to watch some of the Rams, so I did for a while, but I found myself, because the Bills being in the AFC and this is more important. I thought this was a more important game to watch as a Bills fan, so I did, and it was a great back and forth game. Lots of great catches, and none more so than this particular play. So this takes place in overtime. Little over 9 minutes into overtime, or 9 minutes in, but at the 9-minute mark, and this is just Derek Carr and Henry Ruggs having that trust between each other.
It's very apparently there. It's apparently there now, which is good because Derek Carr needs wide receivers. We knew that. Yep. When Zay Jones is one of your most dependable targets, not that it is, but that's not a great thing. That's not a great thing. You need others. It can't just be the Darren Waller and Zay Jones show. It can't be.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, Zay Jones fights for Jesus, so.
Zay Jones, I know he's had a lot of off-field issues, but he's come a long way. Derek Carr is very proud of him.
I'll never forget that night. That was the most amazing Twitter night ever.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to Zay Jones? Oh, there's a video?
Yeah.
My Lord.
Dude lost his mind.
But, yeah. I am happy for Carr, and I'm especially happy for my boy Ruggs, who I had as my number one receiver in this draft class.
Nice.
So, want to watch it one time, and then we'll break it down?
Sure.
Yep.
This is it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So we start off with a bunch formation to the right in shotgun, running 11 personnel, and it's a bunch of formations starting on the right with Waller and Renfro and Henry Ruggs, and then they had Brian Edwards singled out by himself at the bottom on the left hash. And then they put Ruggs in motion, and we can probably start playing it now. And stop. Okay, so Derek Carr does a really good job using some eye discipline here. This play is designed for Ruggs. All right, everything about this play shows we want to create space for our guy to go and make a play.
You can tell the direction. He doesn't look back because that's Ruggs at the bottom of the screen on the 2nd and 4.
Yep.
He's at the very bottom of the field technically, and Carr's not looking his way.
No.
Sometimes you get these guys. There's a mistrust, and he's like looking. And it's like, oh, he's looking for that guy. You know what I mean? He's gonna look back and see where Ruggs is, but he knows he trusts his offensive line, bless his soul, and his blocking running back and all these pieces. And he's ready, willing, and able, ready to just commit to this. And you can't forget, Darren Waller's on this side too, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe that's Hunter Renfro up top. So he's got plenty of weapons he could look for, but he definitely wants to wait on Ruggs.
Yeah, and in this game so far, obviously now we're in overtime, so like lots of things have happened. The defense has seen a whole bunch of different looks, and they've seen Darren Waller give them problems. They've seen Hunter Renfro get open quickly and give an easy throw. It's only 2nd and 4, and it's any score will win the game at this point. This is the Raiders' second possession, right? Or is this still the first? This is still the first. I'm sorry. I was going to
say, this is still, right, 10-minute overtime?
Yep, this is still the first. I'm sorry.
So, yeah, 30 seconds in.
So, there's still a lot of plays that could be made on this 2nd and 4. You have to be ready for anything, which is always to the offensive advantage.
Yeah.
Anytime that you can keep your defense guessing, like, it could be a run, or it could be a pass, or it could be a screen, or it could be whatever. And especially when you put a receiver in motion like this, the way that Ruggs is looping, it's a lot of times turns into just a screenplay. He's going to run on motion and then just kind of find a soft spot, turn around, and throw the ball to me.
Right.
Kind of scenario. So the other thing that I like that's going on in this play right now is Brian Edwards, who was lined up on the hash, is running his pattern towards the sideline. So he is forcing the defenders to now drift in towards him, which you would think would be bad because you're going to be crowding. There's too many receivers in one spot. But the point of this is going to be is that he's purposely going to try and take the nearest defender out of the play so that there is more of a gap for Derek Carr to throw it to.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's probably designed for Ruggs, but when your job as a receiver is to use your route to pull defenders off. And you got to think, when you're a defender, right, we've talked about this plenty of times, the first thing you see, if you're not like a committed, like composed defender, most of these guys are probably going to go and commit to the first thing that runs across them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's all. That's the confusion. That's the frenzy that goes on a football field at any given time. So, good running lane good open lane for Ruggs opening up here.
Okay, and then to stay consistent, nickel cover 3 with a blitz from the corner on the right side. So it's a zone blitz, and what we have here is the man that was lined up over top of Renfro becomes the free rusher off to the right side of Derek Carr, the left side of the defense. So
right.
Let's keep rolling. And stop. At the time of release, Derek Carr has just turned his head, flipped his feet, and decided to throw it to Ruggs.
Right.
So until that last second, there was no hint at all of which way he was going to go. Derek Carr has been very good this year at being disciplined in everything he does. That is if we were to do the one-word association with quarterbacks, Derek Carr's for me would be discipline.
Okay. I certainly agree. You are right. It's the selling. The selling is so important.
Mm-hmm.
Smart cornerbacks know where the eyes go that in football's case, the football will usually follow. And you are right. He didn't flinch. He didn't look back too far. It was a very good weight on his part.
Yep.
And again, a lot of trust, like we've been preaching.
Yep. So cannot see Henry Ruggs right now, but we do know that he has worked his way to the sideline. Brian Edwards is down there somewhere too. So at the point right now, we're not sure who this ball is going to, except for, of course, we already told you. Yeah. So Brian Edwards ended up working his way towards the sideline, and then he worked his way back towards the middle of the field. And what that did was it created a space between the safety and that first defender, who originally was trailing Edwards, if you remember.
That's true.
So he originally was trailing Edwards in zone because he was in the short zone. He was the nearest to the line of scrimmage, and then the safety help was over top. But because Brian Edwards first brought him, the first defender, towards the sideline, and then worked his way back towards the middle of the field, that then occupied the safety. Brian Edwards was a decoy on that play, almost 100%, which is, I'm going to make you guys watch me, all for the point of we are trying to get a one-on-one matchup, especially against a linebacker where Henry Ruggs should have the advantage. And this is something that he has not been able to show off too much so far in the pros. In college, I thought Henry Ruggs, for his size, he's still very slight.
Yeah.
He's a lanky guy. He has phenomenal body control, and he has phenomenal at the catch point strength, as well as awareness on the sidelines. This is one of the best catches I've seen all year as far as toe tap. Our good friend, everyone's good friend, Nate Burleson would call it toe drag swag.
Yes.
He's got a little bit of toe drag. He doesn't really drag the toes here, but a little toe tap swag maybe.
We'll go toe tap. That could be our thing. A little toe tap. All right. Yeah, the awareness is very good.
Yeah, phenomenal. Ball placement is excellent. Giving his guy a chance. But not putting him in harm's way, not laying him out, not putting it towards the middle of the field where he's got to go in. He throws the ball so that Ruggs has to catch it. Kind of like he's leaning out of bounds, and then Ruggs has to kind of like contort his body to get the toe taps in.
Right. Yeah. A place where he expects, him to get it. So, no, I mean, if it's a line drive, Ruggs hasn't get that. So I think it was well placed ball by Carr.
Yeah.
Here we go. Watching it, Glenn. There's a snap.
Yeah. Byron Jones, just the way he just turns around and just like walks away, like
just incredibly.
I don't even know what to say.
I mean, their secondary is pretty good.
Pretty good.
Miami's secondary is pretty good.
They had the Bills receivers on lockdown last week.
They did. So.
319, 399, cut. 3-3.
Yeah, spot.
Blue 50.